from an iconic point of view, it's either the habanera or the Toreador song.
My name is Noam Aviel, and I'm the conductor.
My name is Keturah Stickann, and I'm the director. What's the most iconic moment in Carmen for you?
There's like several iconic moments, but I think, first of all, of course, one of the dances, either the habanera or the seguedilla, and I think, you know, it's interesting because Carmen is such a free-spirited in a way, and dance is I think the best way to be and to show that free spirit and that fearlessness. When you dance, you are in a way very brave and fearless. That's how I feel. But also, I think the card trio is a very big Carmen moment for me, because it just shows, you know, all of that depth that Carmen has. That this is actually the music that I find the most deep moments in the opera. And very special because it's so genius, the music itself, that if you take out the lyrics, I think, no singing at all, you would still hear a story. And I find that really intriguing.
Yeah,
you know?
I love that. Yeah, I think for me, and it's hard for me to differentiate between iconic moments and moments that I love.
Yeah.
Because there's so many moments that I love in Carmen, but I think from an iconic point of view, it's either the habanera or the Toreador song. Those are the two that I think that everybody knows and everybody hears and everybody is ready for. But the Toreador song to me is just it's this presentational moment. But I mean I play it. I play that I love playing Escamillo as a guy who's come home, that he's from that neighborhood, he's from that area, he's Roma like the rest of them in the tavern, and he's come home and he's like he's local kid made good, and so that moment that he like busts through the door and the music starts, and to me is just an incredibly iconic moment, and such a moment that turns the corner for how Carmen's life is going to end up, because you know she moves towards Escamillo, and that's ultimately what the straw that breaks the camel's back for José.
Look, the music is beautiful, so the first thing that I want to do is to bring it out to life in its beauty. I want to support the singers and to complement them and their abilities. In general, my job as a conductor is to be able to get the best out of every person who is singing and performing. Whether it's the orchestra in the pit, to get their most sensitive playing, their most beautiful playing, as well as the singers. And so I think the best thing I can do to bring all of that out is to understand that it's not about me as Noam, it's about this story, this music. How do we bring it to life? How do we make it so that there's not one dull moment in this opera? Is that it's always like exciting, it's always thought-provoking, it's always creating, bringing an emotion for all of us. And I think that's going to show and to...
I agree.
And, you know, to get to everyone. Everyone knows Carmen, everyone knows that this is an opera. So I think
the music is hummable.
Yeah.
The tunes are knowable. We've heard them they're in the zeitgeist. There's violence, there's sex, there's love, there is humor. We talk about it being a heavy opera, and it is a heavy story, but there is humor. There's incredible choral singing. There's dance. There's movement. It's got everything.
Yes.
It's perfect.
It is perfect.
I have big feelings about Carmen being a seductress. I think she's often portrayed as this woman in her underwear with a rose in her teeth, and just very much this sex pot sorceress who like takes over Don José's brain and turns him into this horrible man. And I, you know, one of the big things that I tell my Carmens right off the bat is well, there's two things. One is, you're sexy because you don't act sexy. You just are. You're your own person. You are confident, and I think I'm much more interested in a confident Carmen than I am in a sexy or seductress Carmen, because she knows who she is, and a woman knowing who she is sexy. That's the ultimate long and short of it. The other thing that I think is important to understand about Carmen, and I've driven it home so many times in the productions that I've done, is that Carmen is Roma. She is othered by the people around her. The people that the fact that she works in a factory at all is a huge thing. Getting a job would have been very hard. And she is, there is an expectation that we have from a racist, bigoted point of view that this woman is going to be easy just because of who she is. And to me, that in and of itself is something that is part of the story. And if we understand that about her, and we understand how hard she has to fight against the stereotype that so many people bring into her face, then her confidence and sort of her anger and her fire makes a lot more sense. And so to me, yes, Carmen is sexy, but she's not sexy because she's trying to seduce all the men. She's sexy because she has a confidence and a fire about her that comes from having so much adversity in her life that she has to face the world this way, or she doesn't survive. Come see Carmen, Friday, October 24th, Sunday, October 26th at the Tennessee Theater. For tickets, go to knoxvilleopera.org.